What the? What is up, everybody? Today I'm bringing you a video. It is a League Capture the Flag gameplay, and today I wanted to talk about IP flooding someone. Up until now, I've only ever heard of it. We were playing League. We were playing solo. It was me, Diablo, and a random with us. We were playing these guys. It was Eclipse Gaming. They all had that on their player tags. They're all EC names. They were master rank. Before the game, we typically mute people, and right before I had muted them, I actually heard something about IP flooding. And I kept them unmuted. We weren't saying anything, so I heard them. And I asked Speedy and them as we joined, what does IP flooding do? Because personally, I've never experienced it. And he said, typically what will happen is they have something that will flood your IP address and boot you offline. Now, after it does that, typically your connection is kind of fucked for a couple days, not a couple days, a few hours afterwards. And that happened to me. I ended up being off for almost 2 hours. Kind of pissed me off. And this first round was pretty good. I believe we win by just a flag, and I think we capture with like 30 seconds left. They were good players. More importantly, the reason I'm uploading this video is because what they did is wrong. It fucks with your connection. It really makes it unfair for these honest players out there. It's not being able to take a loss, and it does mess with people's connections. And I really was pissed off by this. They tried to play dumb afterwards when we confronted them. I remember messaging them when I got back on, and they tried to act like they didn't have any idea of what was going on. But you'll clearly see later in the video that when the second round starts, we all freeze, and from that we can't do anything. They run back all the flags and win the second round and win the overall game, or we get booted offline. I've heard of this happening before a lot in game battles and play. I've never heard of it happening in pubs, but I wouldn't be surprised if it has, or even, you know, just random clan battles and private matches. And it really kind of pissed me off, because I realized that it not only, you know, goes down as a dirty win or a cheat. You're cheating the game, you're cheating the other team, but it really can fuck up your connection. And from what I've looked up when I started researching it, it's a federal offense. You can go to jail for it. So I am determined to put these guys. They were all Eclipse Gaming. I think it was like EC Jaeger, MP Killer, EC Prayers, and Tommy, just because it was, they talked a little bit of smack before, and then they went, and I just thought that was funny. So I did end up calling into Sony, letting them know I will be using this video as kind of proof to show that. And it really was just disappointing, because it takes away from the fun of the game and the competitive aspect of it, with it being. So with that being said, for all those honest players out there, I feel your pain, and it's certainly not fun when this happens, because it messes up not only the game for you, but it honestly can mess with your router. I had issues with it, and I've heard people having issues where it feels like their games are choppy for the next, you know, couple days. And I think they returned their flag right here. There's about a minute left, if they're able to kill all of us. And it was a close match. They're good. They were good players. The one problem is they're not playing fair, and that's a big issue, especially with it. It's not on the MLG tour. You're not, you know, making any money doing this. It's be able to take a simple loss and take the point loss, you know. With that being said, I don't know how easy they are to come across. I've heard that you have to buy something. I heard that it's a couple $100. And as I always say, if you ever feel like you were lag switched, or, you know, someone flooded your IP, with Call of Duty the way it's set up now, where you can pretty much record something and send it in to them or put it in your video channel, do that and try to get these hackers and these cheaters taken care of, because it does ruin the game and it's unfair, and if it affects you directly, then, you know, you're going to have to tolerate that. And this is where we actually run in the flag with like 2 seconds left when we capture. You know, it was a close game. And ironically, as we're in between rounds, I unmuted them for a second, and they kept saying, "Yeah, we're gonna have to do it." And coincidentally, right after this, we go into a phase where we're not able to play. So just one of those. It was an unfortunate event. I'm glad I got to witness this, though, and I'm glad that I have a YouTube channel where I can upload this and show people what happens and how to handle it. Hopefully this doesn't happen to any of you out there, but if it does, you should take the proper steps to fix it. With that being said, I want to see how I do in this gameplay. I can't remember exactly. I think we're still doing all right. We're playing more defensive just because it was such a close game, and these guys were good. Trying to think of really the purpose of these, especially if you are on the competitive gaming. I know with MLG, and this is more on Xbox, but every time any major tournament is LAN, so you can't ever use an IP, you can't ever flood an IP there. And online, but I mean, with G always being about this, how to handle it, you can't ever really get away with it with the way people record. So I really think it is just a bitch way out to play. It really just shows that you can't take a loss, and it's honestly pretty pathetic. I don't know. It really pissed me off when it happened. But this is kind of my justice right here, and I am very happy about it. I think right there I had maybe dropped my controller. I was doing something else, and I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know why that happened, but this is actually where you start to see the IP flooding. Me just running into walls. I had a constant connection interrupted on my screen. And pretty soon here, I don't even respawn back, or I respawn and I'm not actually playing. And if you scroll over to other names, I know Speedy was fine for a while, and then it happened to D. It's just really unfortunate the way that it happened. At this point, I was done. I wasn't able to do anything. I was out of the game. Here, I just get kicked out. I just disappear. Started with me, and then they must have moved to Diablo and then Speedy. Really just pathetic how they handled that. Just again, it's a very cheap way to win. That being said, hopefully they can come up with a system on how to handle these better. Maybe a permanent ban with something of this magnitude. I mean, I know hacking is one thing, or even boosting, just resetting the stats. That's understandable. But when it comes to IP flooding or a lag switch or anything that tampers with the game to the point where you cannot play and it affects your internet, that should be a serious offense, and they should treat that accordingly. They should take these guys' IP address and ban their systems. This is something that isn't allowed, and it's pathetic. That being said, just wanted to upload this video. It's only a couple more minutes long. These guys end up going on to win, and we weren't able to run into them again. I jokingly, I told them I was going to send them the link to this video when I uploaded, and I finally got a chance. But if you ever run into these guys on a Championship Series on PlayStation, know that they probably won't stay and take a legit loss, and yeah, save yourself the effort of possibly getting your fucked up. And if you're watching Diablo right now, that just happened to him where he just stops playing. And clearly you can see everyone on the other team is still playing, and it's really just pathetic. Looking at it, I think Speedy's still the only one playing, and even then he can't do anything. Really just another pathetic way to play. Here it's coming up for him. This is the final one. The only person that they didn't hit was the guy on our team. Honestly, he was to the point where he wasn't going to do anything anyways. It was purely to the competition. Yeah, just it's still in kind of pisses me off. But I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I believe, I don't even know if they might IP flood him, but this is where they start running it back. I'm going to fast forward to this last part because all it is them running it back. They do end up winning, obviously. This guy can't do anything. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be uploading more. And I just wanted to show this, and let's get rid of all these people who game and are pieces of shit. So with that being said, I'm out for the night. Thanks.